Go. Lovely stuff. Right. Let me just do that. There we go. Nice. Oh. 1 second. I don't know why we're getting double. Hold on.
You're in the white and it rocks. You're in the white.
Right, there we go. Right, so good morning everyone. I'm back in my orange trousers, obviously by popular demand, okay, but also because this week I thought I'd do all of my teaching in my orange trousers to brighten up the mood a little bit. The weather's not very nice outside, so I thought I'd try and bring it inside. So we're going to be looking, okay, with our ballroom cheese session this morning. We're going to be focusing on heel turns, all right? Now, often with, this is mostly, okay, I would like to say a follower's issue, because there's not many times that a leader will have to do a heel turn, but they still do them, and it's still good practice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through very, very briefly little exercises that you can use to really aid your development in your heel turns, all right? So the first thing that we're going to start off by doing, all right, is going just into calf rises. So calf rises actually have really nothing to do with the heel at all, okay? We're actually bringing the heel off the floor rather than keeping it on. We're just going to start to lift up, off, through those heels, and then from here we're going to settle, we're going to flex the knees and come back through, okay? Now from here, as you start to lift, okay, just allow a little bit of flow of the arms to happen and back down, okay? So you get that nice lift and then the settle down, all right? So I want to see this nice correlation between what's happening with the arms, and this is going to focus when you're breathing. So remember, we're breathing in as we go out. Sorry, breathing out as we go in. So we're pushing it all out, nice tight stomach. And then as we go down, we breathe it in. And again, and breathing out. And breathing in. And what we're doing is we're just simply lifting the heels off the floor and back down, and very much controlling every element through the knees. Now, the knees are going to be your guidance point, okay, when you do any type of heel turn, all right? So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to lift up through through our toes. So we get that nice little calf rise in there. We settle and we go into our knees, okay? Now I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see it a little bit better. Now from here, I've always got my hip tucked in, okay? So by the time I've landed, can you see that where my belt is? It's very much horizontal to the floor, okay? So then from here, what's going to happen is I'm just going to rock into my heels, and I'm just going to lift my toes a little weedy bit off the floor, okay? So by the time I've gone down and I've settled, I've got nice horizontal hips, I'm just going to rock into my heels, and then we're going to go back into it again. So we lift up, we settle down, and we get that nice rock into the heels and lift through. That's it. So nice little simple little rock, and really be mindful, because actually if you rock too much, you're going to fall over, okay? And that's not what you want, okay? So as you settle down, keeping those hips forward, you're going to make sure that you just get that nice little rock into your heels and lift back up again. And through, and heel and lift. That's it, good. Settled, heel rock and lift. Settle, heel rock and lift. So it's very, very light, okay? And what's going to happen is that this element of where we're doing this, okay, we're going to start by bringing it out and bringing it back in. So we're here, lifting it up and out, breathing out. As we lower through the knees, we're just going to bring the arms forward a little bit, and then we're going to use that to feel like we're stretching out with those arms, getting that nice, relaxing, nice sort of meditating type action going through. That's it. So it's going through the knees, light rock, move through the center. You're going to feel this real essence of moving through just a little bit through the spine. That's it. And in and back out and push and settle through. Good. Okay. So that is very much like your warm up to your heel turns. We haven't even done a turn, but we've got onto the heel now, so that's a pretty good thing, right? Now, a lot of the time when you're doing your heel turns, okay, in any of the dances, you don't want to lift your toes off the floor too much, because by doing that, you're going to stick your bottom out. Okay, so that's the reason why we've just worked at keeping it tucked in and very lightly bringing the heels off the floor. Okay, what's going to happen is we're going to go into this and we're going to actually move it forward and backwards. All right, so we're going to do a nice little heel rock, rise, lower, and go through. So what's going to happen is you're going to go backwards on your right foot for me. Okay, so you're going to go back on your right foot. Okay, you're going to stay low down. You're going to bring the heel in, okay? You're going to rock onto that heel and then you're going to lift up, okay? Into that position. You settle. Now, the leg that you went backwards on, you need to go forwards on, okay? So you go forwards onto that right foot. And again, we're just going to lift up through the body. And then from there, we can now change our weight and go backwards on the left. So you go back on the left, heel pull, bring it to the heel so you get that nice little toe off the floor, okay? And then from here, lift up and settle down, forwards on that left foot and forwards, lift up, through, settle, back and through and settle and forward on that right foot. That's it, nice, well done. Back on the left, up, get that nice heel action beforehand and forward, through and back, heel rock, lift up, back, down, forward on the step. That's it, good. So again, get a nice essence of using those heels, heel rock, lift, through and step, and round. Last one each, lifting up, through and step, heel rock, through. Last one, back, back, heel rock, lift and through, step and through, okay? Now, I don't want you just to treat that as just going backwards and lifting straight up onto your toes, okay? I want you to go back, get those heels down, lift those toes before you stretch, okay? So that's going to be the real big detail on that. Back, heel, lift through the toes, and then go through, okay? So we're going to build this up into a nice little pattern. So pattern one, staying on the spots, okay? Can we just go a little bit further back actually so you can see me a bit better. So from here, going up, so ready? So we go up onto our toes, get that nice calf rise, okay? We settle, okay? And then from here we go into a little heel rock and lift up and through. That's it, nice. Heel rock and through. Heel rock and through. That's it. So you get that nice little heel rock and through. From here, we can go backwards on that right foot. So we go backwards on the right foot. Try not to go into the shaft. So from here, back, heel rock, lift up through, settle back through, forward on the right, through, lift up, settle round. Back on the left, back, heel rock, lift up, through and forward, through and step and back, heel rock, lift and through and forward and up, through as you go through, okay? So just gelling those little bits together. Now we start needing to incorporate a little bit of turn. Now what's going to happen is we're going to go backwards onto this right foot. So we go backwards onto this right foot. Now, the thing I want you to try and think about is the back step, okay? So not the actual heel itself, but the actual physical back step. As you go back, okay, I want you to try and think about where you're pointing your back foot, okay? So from here, for you it would be your right foot, okay, but from here, when you see here, rather than going straight back in this position, we're just going to keep the pressure on the inside edge and turn it in a little bit. So that now when we bring the foot in, okay, I can go onto my little toes, okay, so I can lift my little toes here, and I can go into my heel toe, okay, as we go through. And what's going to happen is we're going to start off just by moving around in little eights, okay? So you're going to go backwards on that right foot, so you're going to go back, you're going to do that heel rock, okay, and as you do that heel rock, I want you to turn an eighth. Lift up and settle, okay? Then from here, okay, you're going to move back straight forward. So you're going to go back forward on that same foot. Okay, so forward on that right foot, forward and we're at an angle and we're through. Okay, you're going to do the same thing going backwards. Okay, and again turning an 8. So backwards on that left foot. Sorry, backwards on that right foot. Sorry. So backwards on the right foot, turn and through. So now you should all have turned a quarter in full. Straight forward on that right foot again. Forward on that right foot, lift and settle. Hopefully you haven't got a table in the way. Okay. From here, we continue going around the whole turn. This time we're going to do a quarter. All right. We did this a couple of weeks ago in one of our ballroom lessons, but this is the same type of stuff. So this time we're going to go back. We're going to turn a little bit more with our right foot, and as we continue to rotate, we turn a quarter. So back, quarter, and through. Okay. Forward on that right foot. So you're going to go away from the camera. Forward, step, and replace. We do the last one. So the last one is going to be a full half turn. All right. I know it sounds weird saying it like that, but you don't tend to turn any further than that. All right. So that tends to be the full limit of your turning on a heel. All right. So you're going to go back, heel, turn, lift, and settle, and then forward onto that right foot, forward, through, and step. Now, this is something that maybe not is the easiest thing to do for many beginners. All right. So therefore, if you're just starting your journey to heel turn, you start off and you just carry on with your little 8s going around. Just checkpoint going all the way around. You build it into your quarter, and then you build it then into that half turn. All right. For the session today, we're going to try and keep it as 2 8s, 1 quarter, 1 half. Okay. So let's just try that again, just on the same foot. So we're going to go backwards on that right foot. Are we ready? And so we go back, heel turn, and set through, forward. Keep it nice and straight. Through, relax. Okay, start the process again. 8, set, 8, turn, and forward and through. Quarter turn, back, quarter heel turn, and forward, through, and replace. Back and half turn, lift, and again forward on that right foot, forward, step, and replace. Okay, very nice. Okay, we're going to do the same thing now. We're going to then reverse it going on the other foot. All right, so this is then sort of section, sort of like 4 to our pattern. All right, so that was section 3. This is section 4. So from here, we would have got round and facing the front. We're going to go backwards on your left foot now, and we're going to turn this way. Okay, so you're going to be turning clockwise. So you're going to go backwards on that left foot. So you go backwards on the left foot. You turn an 8. So you get that nice little rock element. Rock, lift, and settle. Then forward again onto that foot as you go through. Forward, through, and step. Backwards on that left again. Back, heel turn quarter 8. You now turn that full quarter. There we go. Then we go forwards and forwards, through, and step. We turn a quarter. Back, turn a quarter, lift up through the toes and through. Then we go back, heel turn, full half, and finish forward, 2, 3. Okay? So by doing that, you're really starting to nail down the control element, and that's the whole point of our sort of ballroom chi element. We look at something and we learn how to control it, incorporating the balance, the strength, and also any type of toning that we need to make sure that we're doing the step properly. Okay, so we're going to go from step 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to gel them all together. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so we're going to go from the top. So we're going to start by just going into our nice little lift to start with. So we go into our lift, settle through the knee, little back rock, and through. That's it. And back rock, and through, lift up. That's it, back rock and through. Last one, back rock and through. Okay, we start moving it to forward and backwards. So backwards onto your right foot and back, heel rock, lift toe, settle back forward on that right foot, through and settle, change weight and back, heel rock, lift toe, settle and through, step, through, swap, back. Heel rock, lift toes and through, and 1, 2, back left and 1, 2 and 3 and step, 2 and 3. Lovely. We start then going into our back on our right foot, turning anti-clockwise. So we go back 8, back, turn 8, lift toe, back through, forward, step. 2, 3, and back. Heel turn, lift toe, and step. Through, release, quarter turn, through, lift, step, and forward, step. Through, half turn, heel turn, through, and then again forward on that right foot, forward, through, and step. Lovely stuff. We then go back, and we're going to use the other foot now. So we go back, and back, heel turn, lift through, forward, step. Nicely done, and back, heel turn, lift through, through. Now quarter turn and back, quarter turn and step. Through, half turn, boom, jump, dum, dum, and boom, bum, ba, da. Okay, very nice. Okay, so that starts tying in everything together. And you might find, as what I'm seeing for a lot of people that are watching us on Zoom, is you might find that keeping your arms up in your particular holding position, all of this is still the same for both the follower and the leader, okay? So all of these actions are still all the same, and the control benefits are huge, okay? So you really want to try and go for that as best you can, all right? Now, tying in with the very, very last little section, I like to try and give us at least 5 bits to work in a ballroom chi session. So what's going to happen is the fact that we're going to then sort of use these at diagonals, okay? So we're going to use a corner variation, all right? And we're going to keep changing the feet, all right? So what's going to happen is we've just gone forward onto that right foot, jum, dum, okay? As we do that last one, dum, sorry, we've gone, okay? We've gone back, jum, dum, dum, and we've gone forward, da, da, da. We're now going to be using our left foot, okay? Sorry, you're going to be using your right foot. I'm using my left foot. I'm doing the mirror image, all right? So what's going to happen is that from here, you're going to move back. So from here, we're going to turn towards the corner, okay, on that last little bit. So you're going to be facing your diagonal to wall alignment, okay? So that's the one that's facing there if you're facing the camera, and you're mirroring, all right? You're over there. This is your line of dance. That way is going to be towards this corner, okay, so your diagonal to wall, and then this way is your diagonal to centre. We're going to go from corner to corner. So if I'm your aligning dance, we're going to go to each corner. And what's going to happen is you're going to go backwards on that right foot. You're going to go back, and as you do a heel turn, okay, you're going to turn quarter to now face diagonal to centre. We're going to then go backwards onto our left foot, and again turn quarter as we go through here. Okay, and can you see we get this really nice little change going from one corner to another. And back, back, heel turn quarter, and back, heel turn quarter. Okay, now the issue with this is depending on how many steps you can go back. Okay, so there's a little extra bit, okay, to allow you to shift back forward again. Okay, now this will all range between how much room you do have at home. Right, I can fit about 4 of these in. Okay, so I can go back, heel turn, lift through, back, heel turn, lift through, back, and we're not looking for big steps. We're wanting the control in the heel turn and through. What I can do now is that whenever I go into my last one, okay, I can then do a full half. Back, full half, okay, turn. All right, and then I'm ready, okay, to then go on and use the same foot again, if I'm doing it odd versions, okay, and then I can travel back through here, back, heel turn through, back, heel turn through, and back, heel turn through, okay, as we go through. So when you get to sort of like your end position, so say for instance you're here, you're going to turn a half heel turn, so back, half heel turn, settle, you'll use the same foot again, okay, so from here, you're going to be going back, and as you do that, to hit that next diagonal, step, diagonal, step, diagonal, step, diagonal, and again, half turn, zoom. Okay, as you go through, and then you'll use that same essence again. So in a very short little space, okay, you can go up and down the room that you've got available. Say, for instance, you've only got enough to do 2 steps backwards. Okay, so we'll just try that one. Okay, so we're going to do it with 2 steps going back. So from here, we're going to go backwards onto your right foot. So you're going to go back on the right quarter turn and face through. Okay, we're going to go back on the left foot now. Back, quarter turn, heel through. Okay. From here we do a half. So back, half turn, not into a table. Okay, and we land. We now are going to use your right foot. Okay, and go back the other one. Right foot back and left foot back. Full half turn. And just change weight, and then you then start back from the beginning again. Okay, so it's always nice if you can do like a odd amount of sort of steps back, because that means that you can then restart using exactly the same foot from one side to the other. Hopefully that starts to cause less interruption as it goes through. Okay, for today we're going to do 2 sections, and then 2 quarters, and then we'll go into our half. Okay. So I'm hoping you've got that at home, all right? But then this is what makes the heel turns very difficult, because you're making between little turns and big turns all the time. So we're going to go from the top, okay? We're going to go from the very, very beginning. We're going to go through all the way through to the end in one big section, okay? We're going to try this with a little bit of music as well, just to try and give us a little bit of pace. It won't be slow, okay? It'll be slow enough, but not too slow. And back the other way. Okay, now I know that that's not the easiest thing to do straight away, okay? And you might choose to sort of put your own little pattern together, but what you've managed to do there is a whole load of sections where your heel turn is paramount to everything. Thinking about the turns. I've put a bit of waltz music on there to just give you a little bit of pressure, okay, as it goes through. And it's not easy, okay? When you're going through, you're doing heel turns, they are done very, very fast, okay? If you try and think of like a double reverse spin, okay? So from here, when you're going back and you're going 1 heel turn, okay? It's done so fast. It's 1 and 2, 3, okay, as it goes through. So you haven't got time to waste. So that's the reason why I'm just putting a little bit of pressure in there for you to sort of just have another go, all right? So I'm going to leave things there in sort of like a whole package. You can go back and do that section again. We are also going to be doing this in our sort of weekend burner later. This is very much going to be our sort of stretching session at the end, all right? So if you want to do it one more time, you can come and join us at 6 o'clock today, all right? And we'll be going through that. Also, do remember we have our kids' street classes as well. That's going to be over on YouTube and also on Instagram today at 3 o'clock onwards. Okay, and also we have Natalie doing her kids' Ballroom and Latin class tomorrow, all right, at 10 o'clock in the morning, all right? What a lovely thing that would be, all right? So what I would like to say is the fact that go and utilise this particular exercise, okay? Our ballroom chi is there for the controlling element. That's the main thing. Our balance and then trying to work on our tone. And that's the reason why, realistically, it's called ballroom chi, not just ballroom in the morning, all right? So I really want to focus on how you're controlling your body, holding that nice posture, all right? Holding that position, and then really working things like your feet, okay, as you go through, all right? So again, I hope you found something, just one little thing useful for you to use at home. And if you have, okay, I'd love you to go onto either our YouTube channel and just give us a little thumbs up, a little comment saying if you found it useful, okay? But thank you very, very much. And have a lovely rest of your day, guys. I'm going to go out of my orange trousers now, all right, because the sun's coming out, so that means shorts, okay? So I'm going to go put my shorts on because it's getting rather warm in here. But apart from that, I'm going to say goodbye and I shall see you at 6 o'clock. Okay, bye. Oh.